Hello, first graders and families. I hope that you're having a great day. Happy Friday. Today's joke, I thought I would do it on here today, is what is a witch's favorite subject in school? It's spelling, because witches, they like to put spells on people. Get it? Kind of funny. Alrighty, well, I'm coming to you today because today we're going to be reading the last chapter of our story, Frog and Toad Are Friends. And if you remember on Wednesday, I had asked you to be thinking about why you think the author wrote this story, the author's purpose. So after we read chapter 5, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Alrighty, so chapter 5 is called The Letter. Chapter 5, The Letter. Toad was sitting on his front porch. Frog came along and said, "What is the matter, Toad? You are looking sad." "Yes," said Toad. "This is my sad time of the day. It is the time when I wait for the mail to come. It always makes me very unhappy." "Why is that?" asked Frog. "Because I never get any mail," said Toad. "Not ever?" asked Frog. "No, never," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter. Every day my mailbox is empty. That is why waiting for the mail is a sad time for me." Frog and Toad sat on the porch feeling sad together. Then Frog said, "I have to go home now, Toad. There's something that I must do." Frog hurried home. What do you think Frog's going to do? I have an idea. I think Frog is going to make Toad feel better. He might write him a letter. Let's see. He found a pencil and a piece of paper. He wrote on the paper. He put the paper in the envelope. On the envelope, he wrote a letter for Toad. He saw a snail he knew. "Snail," said Frog, "please take this letter to Toad's house and put it in his mailbox." "Sure," said the snail, "right away." Then Frog ran back to Toad's house. Toad was in bed taking a nap. "Toad," said Frog, "I think you should get up and wait for the mail some more." "No," said Toad, "I am tired of waiting for the mail." Frog looked out of the window at Toad's mailbox. The snail was not there yet. "Toad," said Frog, "you never know when someone may send you a letter." "No, no," said Toad, "I do not think anyone will ever send me a letter." Frog looked out the window. The snail was not there yet. "But Toad," said Frog, "someone may send you a letter today." "Don't be silly," said Toad. "No one has ever sent me a letter before, and no one will send me a letter today." Frog looked out the window. The snail was still not there. "Frog, why do you keep looking out the window?" asked Toad. "Because now I am waiting for the mail," said Frog. "But there will not be any," said Toad. "Oh, yes, there will," said Frog, "because I have sent you a letter." "You have," said Toad. "What did you write in the letter?" Frog said, "I wrote, 'Dear Toad, I am glad that you are my best friend. Your best friend, Frog.'" "Oh," said Toad, "that makes a very good letter." Then Frog and Toad went out onto the front porch to wait for the mail. They sat there feeling happy together. Frog and Toad waited a long time. 4 days later, the snail got to Toad's house and gave him the letter from Frog. Toad was very pleased to have it. The end. Speaking of letters, you might want to be checking your mailboxes too, because Mrs. Lucas sent you a happy postcard. So I hope that you guys get it within the next week or so. Also, boys and girls, now that we've read the story, Frog and Toad Are Friends, I want you to be thinking about why the author wrote this story. There's a reason why the author wrote this story. Think about it for a minute. Thinking back to how Frog and Toad are always there for each other no matter what kind of situation they get into, when he lost his button, when he didn't get a letter, when he was sad that he had to go swimming with his bathing suit on. So they're always there for each other. They're best friends. They take care of each other and they do fun things together. So I'm thinking that this story is that they're always here for each other and that they're the best of friends. That is why the author wrote this story. All right, first graders, I hope that you have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.